Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to Hydra Collectables, where we let our geek flag fly. My name's Luke and I'm your host, and today I'd like to show you my Battle Cat collection. Before we get started, I'd like to encourage you to hit that subscribe button. We put out geeky content every week, and if you'd like to be ahead of the curve, you can also hit the bell icon. Battle Cat is one of the most iconic characters to come out of the Masters of the Universe line. This fearsome beast with a peculiar colour scheme was one of the first 3 items released by Mattel in the original Masters of the Universe toy line, alongside both He-Man and Skeletor. Over the years there has been much discussion online about Battle Cat's origins within Mattel. The large feline body, which is an unarticulated statue, originally came from Mattel's 1971 Tarzan and the Jungle Cat gift set. The mould was then reused 5 years later in 1976 as a tiger in the Big Jim line, and was in scale with most 10 to 12 inch action figures. And so, when Mattel wanted to reuse the mould once again for the new Masters of the Universe line, something had to be done to explain why it was so huge when compared to the relatively small He-Man figures. It was eventually decided that the large cat would be used as a steed, a vehicle as such for the main hero to ride upon. And so artist Mark Taylor designed a new fantasy themed saddle to allow He-Man to sit upon the cat without falling off. Alongside this, he also created a battle helmet to further disguise the cat's origins from those Tarzan and Big Jim lines. The first official Battle Cat appears in the 1982 Mattel dealer catalogue and features an extremely bright red saddle. But before their release, the saddle and helmet were eventually revised into a much darker tone of red, which we have all come to know and love to this day. And since that initial release, there have been many releases of Battle Cat over the years, coming from many different factories from all around the world, each with slightly different paint decos. Nowadays, He-Man and Battle Cat are practically inseparable and feature together in most published media. And so, despite all the vehicles depicted within the Masters of the Universe, more often than not, the most powerful man in the universe can be seen riding his green and orange steed. Battle Cat would later go on to appear within the Filmation show and was shown in most episodes to transform the cowardly feline Cringer into the fearsome battle tiger. Battle Cat is undoubtedly my favourite character from the animated TV series and is definitely my favourite toy across all lines. The concept of making him a cowardly cat who turns into a fearsome warrior really resonates with kids and shows them that despite their fears, if they are brave and strong, they can achieve anything. So with that, let's take a look at my collection. So in no particular order, let's start things off with my very own vintage Battle Cat. This is my own toy from childhood, and I remember having this for as long as I can remember. I am now 36 years old, and this came out in 1982. So I'm not sure exactly where my parents got it, but I do remember opening it brand new from box when I was very young. This particular Battle Cat has a date stamp of 1976 as per the original mould from the Big Jim Tiger. It is made in Taiwan and the armour itself has a date stamp of 1981, just 1 year before the initial release. Next up we have the 2000X Battle Cat, and I absolutely love this thing. It looks incredible as a modern take on the Battle Cat. My one gripe, however, with the actual show that this is from, is that this version of Battle Cat, this version of Cringer, does not talk. He is simply a feline. But all that aside, it is a truly impressive action figure. And I actually have 2 of these, one in and one out of the box. We then move on to the 2000X Burger King action figure toy. This was a free gift with every Kids Club meal, and yeah, just a really fun figure for any child to have on that day out with their parents to a fast food chain. Next up we have my favourite Battle Cat within this collection, and that is the Battle Cat from the Classics line. A rather expensive figure, but well worth every penny. This sculpt detail is incredible, and 9 times out of 10 I choose to have this displayed with the helmet removed because man, that is one impressive tiger sculpt. And of course you can't have Battle Cat without having Cringer, and in fact there are very few Cringers within this collection and very few Cringers actually ever made. So yeah, this is the classic version of Cringer, and I absolutely adore this also. He stands alongside my favourite classic Battle Cat within my display. Next up we have the Origins Battle Cat. This is a relatively new release, and yeah, it really works. I actually have one of these for myself as well as one of these for my son, and yes, we do actually have the Panther as well. However, this is my Battle Cat collection and therefore Panther will not be shown. The largest Battle Cat within the collection is that from Masterverse. This is the Kevin Smith Revelation version of Battle Cat, and yeah, this guy is a fearsome beast. Now when I first saw this advertised, I wasn't too convinced about the armour, it looked a little odd to me. However, having it in hand, this thing is truly impressive. The articulation is great, and yeah, just having a cat this big is truly awesome. Going a little smaller now in the 3.75 reaction action figure line, and here we have Battle Cat. Now I have to admit, this is probably one of my least favourites within the collection. There is just something really off about it. Late last year I joined the Battle Cat Elites and got myself a brass tiger. This was a tiger made from the same mould as Battle Cat, and thus as far as I'm concerned is considered a Battle Cat within my collection. Completely flipping the design now, we have the Mythic Legion's Kararos figure. This is a humanoid version of Battle Cat, and yeah, this fearsome warrior just looks incredible displayed on your shelf. Though not exactly where this figure started, the Big Jim Tiger is definitely a holy grail for most Battle Cat collectors. And for me personally, I think this is the better out of the two to own when compared to the Tarzan Jungle Cat. Moving along, we have the Loyal Subjects version of Battle Cat, and yes, this is a really nice figure. However, I am a little upset that you cannot remove his battle helmet. For some reason you can remove his saddle, but you cannot remove his helmet. Jumping back to the vintage Battle Cats, we have my second, and this one is from France. The cat itself has no date stamp on it, however the armour is dated 1981. And yes, I'm hoping to find a replacement helmet from France soon. Next up we have a custom built Battle Cat, designed by myself and painted by my wife. This is a custom build based upon the Thundercats He-Man crossover, where in this crossover, Lino uses the Sword of Omens to transform Cringer into a Thundercat. And yeah, this mini comic book series is incredible. I highly recommend that you guys check it out. One of the latest additions to the Battle Cat collection is that of the CGI Netflix show. Now, I was really blown away with this show. At first, I thought this was going to be very childish, very amateur, but no, this is actually a very good show, and I love sitting down and watching it with my son. The design on this Battle Cat is extremely different to all those that we've ever received. However, I really like it. It's a really nice design, really nice take on my favourite character from the series. So at the time of planning this video, I originally thought that that was it. I thought that was my collection. However, since taking this photo, I have since purchased a few more Battle Cats. So without further ado, let's jump on to my newest additions. So I originally bought a third vintage Battle Cat in order to do another custom paint job, but upon its arrival I noticed the difference in colour. When I checked the date stamps, sure enough it was another different date, this time with the tiger dated 1982 Taiwan. I looked at the armour and to my surprise this too had a different date with a date stamp of 1983. So yeah, as you can imagine, I'm no longer going to use this figure for a custom build, but instead give him a home within my collection. Next up, we're going for the more peculiar versions of Battle Cat, starting off with this Funko pint-sized Heroes design. Now I have to admit this is a very strange design and I'm not actually a huge fan of the Funko figures, however this is truly awesome. Sticking with Funko, we have the Funko Vinyl Cringer, and as you can see he comes alongside He-Man, and I have to be honest that I am still debating whether or not to take him out of the box. So I'm not too sure what age my average audience member is, however do you guys remember Muscle Men? If so, you've got to check out these new additions from Super 7, and I have a version of Battle Cat right here. And finally, rounding off the collection, we have the World's Smallest Battle Cat. World's Smallest do a number of all different toys, all different brands, and yeah, these things are incredible. Now I will say this particular Battle Cat is actually a copy of the Origins line version that we got earlier last year, and not actually that of the vintage toy. Now I'm not saying that's a problem, but it is worth noting for anyone else looking to purchase one. I happen to buy two of these, one to keep within the package because I think it looks awesome, and one to take out and display with the rest of my cats. It's worth noting that both the armour and the helmet are removable, but upon removing the helmet I noticed that the paint job was a little bit sloppy around the eyes. As you can see, this is just shoddily done, and he looks much better with the helmet back in place. Now for any of you wondering if the Super 7 Muscle Battle Cat is actually the same size or smaller than the World's Smallest, I can confirm that that is not the case. The World's Smallest is ever so slightly smaller and is a much better design all around, what with it being able to have removable armour and a nice paint job. Now there are of course many Battle Cats that I do not currently own that I will be searching for in the near future. These include, but are not limited to, the vintage Mattel Tarzan Jungle Cat from 1971, a Mega Construx Battle Cat minifigure, as well as a Mega Construx Battle Cat brick figure, and then of course the Funko Dorbs and the Funko Pop. As well as these, we also know of a Mattel plush figure hitting the market soon, However, we do not know its availability, size or cost, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out to see where I can pick one of those up from. So there you have it, that is my Battle Cat collection. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and for anyone out there who is a fellow Battle Cat fan like myself, I hope that you saw something within this collection that you didn't actually know existed. That way you can go out hunting and searching to find that piece and add it to your own collection. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, it really goes a long way to helping the channel grow, and why not share it amongst your friends, and down below in that comment section let me know your favourite Battle Cat. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more showcase videos, you can check out this playlist right up here, and until next time, I'll see you in another life. Take care.